Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 44 of the Own the Moment podcast. My name is TJ Lasig. I'm one of the co-founders here at OTM, and with me, as always, for the Wednesday night show, we've got my co-founder, Mr. Justin Herzig. Justin, how are we doing on this Wednesday evening?
Well, I'm not alone, so that's a positive. And I don't know if TJ is going to tell the story, so I'm going to. 15 minutes ago, TJ almost died.
Good to be alive.
Has been having trouble using the brake on the birds in his new city of Indy and decided it was better to let a car almost send him into oblivion.
It was very close. It was grateful to be alive, man.
Grateful to be alive.
I was just kind of cruising along. We had a little dinner that I was at, and I had to pretty quickly get from not super close to here, and I was just flying along in my bird, and there was a complicated intersection, and then there was a car to my left, and I was like, oh my God, slammed on the brakes, and luckily I am here and in one piece. The driver was not happy with me. They were yelling at me, and I was like, I understand. Yes, that was my fault. I did not want to get hit by the car. I did not do this on purpose. I'm well aware that was not good by me. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but here we are.
I was thinking the same thing, David. There's got to be like some traffic cams somewhere up above that are going to NFT that.
All righty, so we got a fun show tonight here. I'm gonna talk about the fantastic news that we shared, exciting news for the OTM team earlier on Twitter today regarding the future of Own the Moment and some of the people that are supporting us and investing in us along the way. We're going to talk through the MGLE pack drop fallout, take a look at those prices, walk through a little bit of what we've seen there since the drop on Monday, and then we're going to be ending the show with producer Cupe opening an MGLE pack of his own. We're going to touch on some Zed Run a little bit because we've got the Zed Run Echo Drop going down tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So we're going to give you all the info you need if you're interested in trying to get some horsies. And then, of course, we are going to end with a couple giveaways that we have in store. So a little bit of a lighter, more fun show tonight. I think it's good times. Like we say, we got good vibes in the chat. So active in the chat here. I'm pretty sure, I hope I'm getting this right, but I'm pretty sure we're having some sort of like one of the giveaways is based on people talking in the chat. So, okay, producer Cupe is nodding his head. Yes, good. Wanted to make sure that I was not saying something that wasn't going to happen, because once you put it in the universe, you got to have that integrity, Justin, and you got to stick to your word.
There it is. I like it. Integrity. Stay authentic. I think you should I think you've got a little like just cloudiness going on still from that near-death experience. But yeah, we have moments galore tonight because we are riding that high from the big announcement earlier. We've got the tweet that we put out earlier. So if you retweeted that, you'll be qualified. Retweeted that and subscribe to YouTube. You'll be qualified for that Seeing Star Bradley Beal that I put in so much effort to win in a competition with our good friend Joe by luckily getting the Sixers. And obviously they took down the Wiz in the first round. It was a little unfair, but our community gets to prosper. We're going to have some giveaways in the chat. So people that are active in the chat, Cupe is a human and he's going to be trying to take down people who are active in chat. So if you type something once, he might get it. If you don't, I don't know. We'll see. But he's going to get those in. And then we also have heard from the people, and I'm not talking to the people that are in the chat right now because I'm talking to the people that are listening to this the day later that couldn't make it tonight, the ones in Europe, the ones who are busy. We want to make sure we are also giving you guys some chances to prosper with some moments. So we'll have some ways to make sure that all of you all who are listening after the fact have a chance to qualify for some free moments as well.
Whew, good job breaking all that down. Like you said, I'm still mentally recovering here, but I'm not too mentally out of it to say what Josh said here in the chat. Smash the like button. There we go. It's going to be a great stream. I just said scream instead of stream. Yeah. Yes, producer Cupe is a human. Humans like humans. Speaking of humans, we've got quite a few humans here, Justin, that are going to be supporting us along the OTM journey here. So had the exciting announcement earlier this week regarding the Techstars Sports Accelerator program that we are partaking in over the next 3 months. And following up on that, we also have a group of fantastic investors that have shown faith in us and are allowing us to, kind of take what we're doing here at Own the Moment to the next level. Again, as we talked about on Monday, it's really all about the community for us. And I think that this is really going to enable us to do a lot of cool things in the very near future. So we've got a lot of highlights here, a lot of people that you'll see from the NFT community headed off by Dapper Labs. So Dapper, Justin, go for it.
Yeah, so I'll jump in.
Down.
Yeah, so it's been fantastic to work with each of these individuals and larger teams. I will say, so our funding round, we actually had an oversubscription, meaning that we sought out to only, TJ, can we give numbers? I think we can, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I think so. We're honest with you guys. So our initial goal was to only raise about $300,000. And that goal was to allow TJ to go full-time and for us to potentially bring on another full-time hire. We really wanted to keep things as lean as possible and, just, make sure that we were able to do this on ourselves and prove it ourselves. There was so much interest that we ended up having to jump that up to 500K, and we were still oversubscribed by another, I think, 250K. And so what that allowed us to really do is focus on people that we felt were investing for the right reasons and believed in our vision and would add that strategic value. And that's what each of these people in this box really do. So obviously, without a doubt, Techstars, we're extremely excited to be a part of this program. Dapper Labs is a fantastic partner. I believe that Dapper Labs is really taking a bit of a kind of Coinbase Ventures approach to this, where, and Roham's been very open and transparent about this. He wants to, not only he himself, but the company, invest in the companies that are helping build this ecosystem. And at the end of the day, the more success that Own the Moment has, the more success that Top Shot has, we're all, and then the more success the entire community has, obviously with your moments and everything, we all really grow together. So a lot of fantastic there. The conversations that we've been having with Dingling, whether he, she, that group of people, we're not saying anything, so you guys can keep guessing. But it's been a fantastic, insights and strategic advisement there, and just excitement. And so great to have, someone or some group that's been so influential to the larger NFT ecosystem involved. Beyond that, we've seen Michael Levy, we've seen Jack Settleman, both in the show, obviously, great personalities and great voices. And I think really great advocates for this space. You then have a few of my colleagues over at Establish the Run. So Levitan, a bunch of Taylor Cabey is the CEO. He's run a couple companies in the past. Some of you may know him as Green Plastic from the poker days, but has been very involved. And then Michael Leone from Establish the Run as well. Andrew Wiggins. This is the one that's been the most fun. This is unfortunately not Andrew Wiggins, the basketball player, but a lot of people understandably thought that, especially with the overlap of the NBA, Top Shot, and everything. And I got to admit, though, Andrew Wiggins, he gets the blunt end of the stick. I don't know what it is, blunt end of the blah blah blah. But he gets the bad end.
Short end of the stick. Short end of the
stick. Blunt end of something. Okay, there you go. What happens is whenever Andrew Wiggins has like a horrible game, people just DM him like crazy and curse him out and threaten him and stuff. And he's like, all I'm doing is I'm just like listening to my Fish music in the background and just like probably smoking something. I'm just having a good day. Like, I'm not the real Andrew Wiggins. But this guy, Andrew Wiggins, is probably one of the best DFS guys out there and a very sharp guy. And he's part of Establish the Run. And that's who this investor is. And then at the bottom, we have two people, Mike DiLorenzo, who has been involved in the FanDuel raise, has been involved in the Action Network. He's works on the VC side and fantastic strategic partner for us. And then Jared Schwartz used to be a sports commentator, has worked in the sports VC side, and is an expert in the communications field. So overall, it is a fantastic group of really strategic partners, people who really share our vision, and everyone involved in this, we're extremely excited to have aboard on our flight manifest and our journey to the moon.
Strap up. The journey has just begun. And so you'll see some news coming from us probably in the next couple of days and weeks. We will be, spoiler alert, looking to do a little bit of hiring. So I'm probably going to touch on that a little bit more on Friday during the recap podcast. But any engineers out there, keep your eyes peeled for some news coming from the OTM team, because we're going to be looking for some engineering minds to join us on this journey. Good deal. All righty. Fun stuff, Justin. I'll tell you what. And I also want to say, as Justin said, that this is allowed me to leave the full-time gig, the corporate grind. Been working in corporate America for 9 years and have always had, kind of dreams of trying to take an entrepreneurial route. And this has really allowed me to do that. And I'm super pumped to be focusing 100% of my efforts on Own the Moment, even though we've essentially been putting 100% of our efforts into Own the Moment since January. Now it is just official for me. Let's talk about the MGLE packs a bit here, Justin. So we had the pack drop happen on Monday. You and I were not successful. Producer Cupe was successful. We will be finding out what he rips in his pack later this evening. But what do what's your kind of take on what we've seen in the marketplace since that pack drop on Monday?
I think the queue is rigged. I don't understand how I've never gotten any of these good packs. I want to boycott everything. I think that I continued my run. It's just a bad luck run, but it's got to turn around eventually. I'm excited to see Cupe rip this open today. From an actual process wise and with the collector score and everything we've seen, lots of promise. That past week, and we touched a lot on this on Monday, but the turnaround and the sentiment over the past week, I think is extremely impressive for what Top Shot was able to do, because without a doubt, there was bad vibes going on. There was the customer sentiment was difficult. And even through the Cool Cats. And I think a lot of the kind of stress and distress really came just before the Cool Cats Master Challenge completed with that announcement about that potential utility. And after first hearing about what the utility was, the prices went basically down to as if there was no utility, because the initial reaction was that, they were just hyping this up and then it wasn't a big deal. But I think we've very quickly seen that Top Shot truly is trying to make the Cool Cats utility legitimate and not short term. We've seen it obviously with the MGLE $24 pack. Yeah, $24 pack for. And I think the ROI on these ended up being on average around like 14 to 15x. And because they were so cheap, and we've seen these moments actually hold value. So what that says is, the collector score actually brought in and kind of strengthens the people that received it were true collectors. You saw minimal flipping compared to what we've seen over the past kind of 3, 4, 5 months. And then the collectors who did receive them are now holding highly valuable moments and receiving, even if they're not flipping, they're still getting that kind of increase in value. And so that's a positive. And then I think the third thing as well is what they were doing with both the written communication and then the Roham Discord, and just that positive, listening to the community, listening to the people who are really trying to, even if through frustration, speak out and provide advice. And I mean, that level of transparency we have with the roadmap, the openness by Rohan and team for staking and everything that we've covered on Monday and so forth. I think that customer sentiment really has shifted. And it was 2 months ago, maybe a month or two, where we put out that long tweet thread around like, hey, here are 8 things that we believe Top Shot can do to kind of change the market, shift the sentiment, help prices. And each of those was an individual thing, but they were really all under a larger umbrella. And the only way this really ever changes is if overall people's faith and confidence in the product long-term shifts and turns into that positive mechanism and that positive vibe. Now, the mechanisms for getting that positive vibe are what we were referencing with those 8. And what they were able to do was actually things that we didn't think of at all. That idea of the high collector score, but a low price, is a fantastic combination that I didn't hear from anyone in the community. And I mean, and it worked. And so it just gives us increased confidence that they know what they're doing. They've definitely made some mistakes and they definitely screwed up in the past. But that doesn't mean that it's not going to get better going forward. And I think more than anything, the past week, we're not out of it. There's still, potential. There's still chance. We still have to see how things go, but we're definitely in the right direction.
Yeah, things are definitely looking up. I think that in general, as you said, people are starting to get more positive, more bullish again on the long-term vision here. I think it's great to see a lot of, it kind of started with the Roham office hours from last Friday that we talked about on Monday, really laying out and just being honest about where things are at, some of the things that they are thinking about and that they're going to do in the future. I know that we've talked about, Justin, one of the things that I'm super happy to see is that the idea of the content roadmap going into next series. I think that that's one of the things that really caught people, maybe not caught people by surprise because we knew it was coming, but it was just like we were playing a game where the rules could change at any given moment, and we didn't know exactly what things are going to be like. Whereas I think as we hit Series 3, we will have a much broader idea of like the things that could potentially come or are coming, and we don't need to see 100% of the sets and packs, etc., that are going to be released, but we'll at least be able to kind of strategically plan our Top Shot collecting strategy accordingly.
Right, and I want to give the right person credit. I'm not sure who, so I'm just going to list them both. It was either Jack or Pete Overzet on the Club Top Shot last night that was talking about how it aligned to what you and I have talked about behind the scenes, TJ, is when we first joined Top Shot, we were all about, let's go get those Top Shot debuts. Let's get those Series 1. And I'm sure we could go and roll back the tape. But a lot of what we said is we know what Series 1 is and will forever be. There can't be any changes at the time that we joined in January. And so that's how we had confidence that no matter what Top Shot was going to do with Series 2, we were safe with Series 1. That's why we invested in those and collected those. But as Jack or Peter said, that's not what everyone's been able to do from a financial side, because those are very expensive. And so it's kind of disingenuous, or it's really just a bit kind of tone deaf to be like, hey, you should all go buy these $1,000 moments, because we're saying to buy superstars, but we're also saying to buy Series 1. And like those were extremely expensive. And Top Shot is obviously providing this new product where 80-90% of their moments, because of the amount that are being put out, are Series 2. So how do we then go and like not go buy Series 2 moments, but like we want to participate in the platforms, then we buy Series 2, but then we don't know what's going to come. And that led to all the issues, especially around like the mellow, where people thinking, if I buy this one, not knowing what to expect going later on. And I think at the end of the day, we're smarter in terms of maybe more familiar, more knowledgeable about the platform and what could happen. But I do think it's great that Top Shot also has said, okay, well, we're also being proactive. Listen to you. We're being receptive, reactive to what you're saying, but we're now going to be proactive to put out that roadmap going forward. And I think that'll provide a lot more confidence in, okay, I am willing and interested in collecting these moments going forward, since I have a better idea of what will likely or could happen.
Yeah, it'll just really what just needs to happen is give people that confidence to start buying again, right? That confidence that, okay, I want to go out there and there's a moment that I like and I'm going to buy it. It doesn't even need to necessarily have to go up and every single day, but like just having that confidence that I'm not going to buy a moment and then wake up in the morning and see that, it's now $5 cheaper than it was yesterday, and then wake up the next day and it's another $5 cheaper. So I think that that's really going to reinvigorate things here. And I think we're seeing the positive signs in the market as a result.
And to the point, I believe that a lot of people had been holding and waiting and like still very bullish in the long-term aspect of the market. I'm speaking specifically for you as well, TJ, because I know you've said this many times, is like, I want to still own more moments. I still want to, be a long-term collector, but it's difficult when all you're seeing is down, down, down. And now is when, whether or not it goes down past where we are right now, this is the first time where we've seen a significant 2-week period where not only has it not gone down, but it leveled off for about a week and a half, almost maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks. And now we've seen that steady incline. And a lot of people were initially, I don't know, a lot of people, you hear people saying things and it sounds like it's a lot when it might be 5 on Twitter. But I was seeing on Twitter that people were saying, this isn't real. This is disingenuous. This is just market inflation by Top Shot. And after MGLE, it's just going to go right back down. And then it's like, okay, well, maybe not after MGLE because you still have the utility, but like eventually it's just going to go back down. But what we're seeing and what we've seen, and let me share my screen to give an idea of what we've seen with the MGLEs. Okay, how's this look? I can't, are you able to see this?
Yep, looks good.
Okay. Don't tell anyone. This is a little behind the scenes look at what OTM is working on, but why it looks a little different, you might be familiar. But what I've been able to do is, so I actually put in our favorite moments, each of the ones for the most recent MGLE pack drop. And this right here is just your 24-hour. So what I wanted to do is, these released on Monday. We saw them kind of go up a little. And some of the thoughts was, okay, well, is this just going to be a short-term thing, and then is it going to drop? But overall, like, we're seeing this is still very strong. And other than the Jokic, which I think is down just because it had a strong spike once the MVP and such. But overall, every single moment is still up over that 24-hour period. We're still seeing that positive momentum. And then the 24-hour volume, the 24-hour volume for the number of sales shows that we're not actually seeing that much kind of rotation, much flipping here. I believe we have 200 and 290, something around that were released in the most recent one. So when we're talking about, we're seeing for the most of these, we're only seeing 5 to 7% of them are actually getting sales. Like, that's a low amount. And so I think that's just a noticeable thing when we have these MGLEs, and I think that it'll give confidence not only to us as collectors, but also to Top Shot that, hey, this process of making the collector score difficult to achieve, difficult to really hit, and making the prices kind of a reward or incentive to the collectors is a nice combo. I think long term, we're not going to obviously see the MGLE as cheap as $24, and that's okay. But I think now we know, I mean, like, hey, we see, I think I mentioned the average price, the average low ask of these is $348. Does that sound right? I'm doing the math in an Excel behind the scenes. $372. So when we have an average of $372 here, not including your other moments that you were getting in there, they could probably price this at around $100, $200, $250, and it still is a positive. It's still going to create demand to want to get them. And as long as you're putting it in the hands of the people who are actually the collectors, the ones who accomplished and got to that high level, you may have similar behavior to this. So I think that's a very, very positive sign for rare legendary pack drops going forward.
Love it. Love it. Also, I mean, we're talking about roadmaps, little bit of a sneak peek here for the people into the
I had to beg Neil to let me do this today.
Into the roadmap here. So coming to you guys shortly, we're going to have account features where everyone can log in, create your profile, select your favorite moments so that you can track them and also track them across the rest of the website. So a couple of things that we're finalizing, but hoping to be able to bring this to you guys very, very soon. And yeah, I think it's going to be a good one. Should we talk some horses, Justin? Is there anything else on the MGLE front?
I think that's good for now. I see someone saying there's a lot of green on that screen. There really is. I know I X'd out of it, but the sets that I like to track are the 2 base sets. So S1, S2 base set, and then
that's
S1,
part of the
S2.
feature. Part of the feature is green numbers.
Yeah, we've been working really hard on that.
Yeah, we've been working. We're just gonna make the numbers up and make everyone think that things are good, no matter what.
Having Dapper as an investor, that's how we really get that behind the scenes and make sure those numbers. You can just use that churning, that gift that they go with, and that's what we're doing. No, but yeah, so I like doing, I like tracking the 4 sets that I like tracking, and they're not really sets, but we call them sets. S1, S2 base, and then S1 rookies, S2 rookies, because I think that gives me a good feel for like the kind of larger market. And so that's how I kind of just keep tabs on from a feel wise. And a little peek is S2 rookies is also where I'm going to be looking to put some capital down, especially in the off season. Because I think that's when those guys are pretty much going to be at their cheapest with regards to their upside. And I think there's a bit more strategy that can start playing in from a basketball sense, where we'll bring Bach on to give us a bit of more insight into, okay, how are these off-season moves going to impact it? Lonzo Ball leaves. Kyra Lewis obviously has to go, and he's going to turn into the best player ever in the world. The normal stuff.
Love it. Love it. I was just saying this to Cupe behind the scenes. Yeah, yes. Chat. Yep. I moved to Indy for Carson. Had to follow him from Philly to Indianapolis. So Carson and I both got ran out of Philadelphia and had to settle into Indy for the summer.
Imagine if it was Carson that was driving the car that almost hit you.
You know what? I think we should bring producer Cupe on now. We're talking MGLE. I think we should just go ahead and rip his pack open now. Maybe we can save the Zed stuff for the end. If everyone's not as into that, we can let people that are not as into it go on and carry on with their night. And
that works. That's not a bad idea.
Let's bring him on. I guess he can bring himself on. Bring yourself on, Cooper, else I'm going to accidentally hit. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only producer Cupe. Cupe, what's going on, my friend?
What's going on, everybody? I got the producer headphones on tonight, so if I'm a little loud, you'll know why. Can't hear myself talk over here, so
it's okay. You've also got the 3 beer in voice going on right now. So
yeah, I don't know about Justin or TJ, but today is a big day, so I decided to celebrate a little bit early. Why wait for after the show when before the show is perfectly fine?
When you know you're getting a KD, sure, celebrate away.
The KD's coming. I'm feeling the KD. Everyone in the chat. KD's in the chat. KD's in the chat.
Yeah, jam the KD's in the chat. Let's go.
Yeah, make sure it has an exclamation point ahead of it.
Exactly. I was going to say, make sure the exclamation point.
Yeah, exclamation point KD.
Definitely need that. Andrew Vitale, 5 o'clock somewhere. You know it, my friend.
Yeah, man, chat was making out there. Crack a beer, crack a drink, crack a water, whatever beverage of your choice. On behalf of producer Coop, bring those Kevin Durant vibes here.
Chat was making me work hard in the beginning of the show. I really do love when that happens. I was scrolled up and listening to you guys announce the chat. And I was like, when am I going to get down to this portion of the chat? Trying to enter all the names in. I was loving that. So
did you make it?
Chat.
Finally, yeah. I might have skipped a few people. I'm not sure.
Well, that's why we said if you put yourself in twice, you're less likely to get missed. Yeah.
Once Herzig announced that I was actually human, I figured it was okay to scroll down a few more.
All right, man, let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
And then, so we were referencing, we got the Brad Beal we're going to do later for the Seeing Star. I'm going to gift one of the 100+ Jokic that I've been stacking now that he is the MVP. Gosh, that's so beautiful, especially when it was over Joel Embiid and Steph and all that, but that's cool. And then, Coop, are you going to be gifting away some of these commons? And should we say how we're going to do those?
Yeah, I think we're gonna give at least one, if not two. Chat's pretty rowdy tonight. Maybe we'll give away two. We're gonna spin the wheel for those people here watching the show. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I think the community has been awesome. We appreciate everyone who watches the shows beforehand, afterwards, whatever it might be. But those people that are live in the chat, giving the feedback live, I think I really get a good vibe off of them, and I know you guys do too. So want to do some special stuff for the people that are here watching the show. So maybe we'll gift away two of those via the wheel that I put together.
Also, we got some breaking news. I mean, granted, obviously that's why I chose him on Monday for this week, but Gobert just winning DPOY. So go to that marketplace. Let's get that. Let's hope he gets that badge. Let's hope that he gets that DPOY badge. Gosh, it's just everything's coming.
How have we made it this far into the show and not discussed the LeBron jersey number situation?
It's baked in. It's baked in.
It's just baked in. You just knew.
Oh.
You don't even need to tout it anymore? Wow, that's when you know he's feeling good, Coop. He doesn't even need to say it anymore. He's just feeling good.
It is wild how much I know Justin is smiling when the instant that happens, we get 42 tweets like, oh my God, OTM has been pounding the table about this for months. And Justin is just sitting back there with his 623s, his 236s. He's just, sipping his tea like that little frog guy.
I mean, the best part is that this is legit just going to be like the best community builder. Because what I really want to do is we'll partner with Andy. We'll do some fractional investing. We'll take those moments. We'll have a chance so that the OTM community can get some ownership in the double jerseys. Then we're going to take it over to MBL, to Michael Levy. And we're going to stake that because we're not selling that. We're holding on to it, but we want to make some cash on the side while we stake it. So we'll put that out. We get some cash. We can figure out what we do with that. Maybe we put it in some ether. Like we are making some money while we're getting our appreciation with our double jerseys. Like we are living life.
The Herzig bot at its finest right here. Just always 3 steps ahead.
Shout out those guys. Shout out MDO. Shout out Andy.
Yeah,
grinding,
stuff going on.
Doing all kinds of good stuff for sure. All right, let's get this KD, man.
Let's do it.
Okay.
I think I'm muted here. I'm sure I'm not going to be able to hear anything. My ear's about to be blasted out.
It's pretty poppin' music. If you click share audio.
For sure.
There we go. We got a Cleveland Cavalier. We got a
Double
bad
bad.
rookie Isaac Okoro.
All right, I might have to
Mix up music.
Literally cannot hear myself think or say anything. Not that you have to do too much thinking to open moments, but I'm going back to front here. So 6, jump over 5, obviously, because blue light to 4.
Now we got
5,
a low
1, 5,
serial
5,
number
block.
5155. Anthony. Yeah, there we go.
Dunk champion.
That's a pretty strong start.
Let's see if the computer wants to cooperate. Can you guys see it, or is it just a disaster?
It's everything you expect it's going to be, Cupe. But yeah. And you got a wedgie.
Wedgie? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what else we got. And then, yes, the first one was that double badge rookie, the Okoro.
Double badge, Isaac Okoro.
All right. We got a 38784. There you go.
38784. That's a big serial. It might be one of my biggest serials. Kind of cool dunk.
I like that. We got 2 more commons left. We got another 34130, Damian Lee. High scoring game. Takes it, pulls up. I like it. It wasn't a game winner or anything, was that?
It's a good question. I'm not actually sure.
I don't know. There was a big celebration, but I don't think so. All right. And final one before we got 35209, Mr. Caruso. Awesemo, Alex Baker in the house. The resemblance really is uncanny. And I love that it's like Caruso getting a block. Like you're used to, you having like a Rudy Gobert getting a block or someone or one of the defense. But like, obviously, I'm surprised this wasn't a hustle and show moment for Caruso.
Definitely just assumed Caruso was an assist at the end of the
day. There you go. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Let me get this KD, man. Let me get this KD.
Let's do it. Let's put it in chat. Let's see in chat. Give all those KDs. We got a Cavalier.
I'll take
number 6.
There he is. Garland, number 6.
Number 10, actually.
Let's go.
The jersey number 10 was to someone in OTM community Monday night.
Oh,
I remember that.
I did see that. You're right. Yeah.
So shout out to that person who I forgot it is, but congrats. But number 6, Cupe. Damn.
Let's go. Single digit?
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's all. That's no KD, but that's a great series. I mean, it's not LeBron, but like it's LeBron's new number. So like, I mean.
Yeah. I'll take it. Definitely a good one.
That's solid. All right, so Cupe.
Number 6 is legit. Sorry, guys. I don't know. I think someone's cleaning in the office floor, and I had to relocate. And now I'm like in the dark. But hey, it is what it is.
All right, so let's. What
do you want to give, Cupe?
Let's give a couple of these away here. Sorry, let me go back to this.
We've got the Anthony. We got the Okoro. We got the Caruso.
Sorry, I'm trying to bring the collection up. I think I'm going to give the Caruso. And then.
What was the low? You had a low one. The Anthony one was 51-55?
Yeah, 51-55. Anthony. Oh, we can give the wedgie away. We'll give the wedgie and we'll give the Caruso.
I like that. And so those both going to be for chat?
Yeah, let's do it for chat. I can't promise that I got every single person, but I got the wheel up. Let's gonna flip over to the wheel here. So we'll give the Anthony first, and then we'll give the Caruso. All right, let me share.
Garland's changing his number to jersey too. Everyone's actually going to change the number 6. The whole league. It's just I do.
All right. Whenever I bring this up, you guys are in the chat. I'm going to type as many names I can type in the next 1 minute. So I'm sure I'm missing some names. Like Barry Walsh. I'm definitely missing Barry Walsh. Right?
We'll let you go because you're the one who already knows what you put in there. And I guarantee you in chat, everyone's going to be like, hey, I don't see my name. And then half of them will probably be correct and half of them won't.
Shout out to Caleb asking about my low clock. The low clock's still hanging nice and low back in Philly. Just
I tried
low.
I tried to get TJ to screw with you all and just like start slowly moving the clock around or something, and just like would have been funny.
That would have been great. It'd be like, is it getting higher on the or just like real low one time? Be like, I didn't think it was this low.
Yeah, there it is. All the I don't see my name, and you're right. A lot of you are probably accurate, and then some of you are just saying that.
I think I got a lot of people. So.
Coop has a memory of what has a good memory? So like an animal?
Elephant.
The memory of an elephant. I've been saying about producer Coop for years.
TJ apparently does not have the memory of an elephant.
I do not have the memory of an elephant. But I do have
Ben,
the ability to
added
dodge cars.
I just added you. Justin Y. I just added you.
I see Justin Y in there.
Jeff, I forgot your name. And then I was
Drama King D, Double D. I like that.
Double D, you're on here. So many people are on. All right, we're ripping this first one.
There's got to be enough people. There's not that many of you chatting in here.
Anthony Simons, here we go.
All right.
Let's do it. Good luck,
the
chat.
Wedgie. The solid cereal wedgie. All right, and while it's spinning, I will say, whoever does win, make sure you DM us at the Twitter account. And it looks like we are getting Jason Feldman. Congratulations, Jason. We know that at one point you were in chat. And if you can DM us to our Twitter what your Top Shot name is, we will then, there you go, Jason. Love it. Woo, woo. All right, well, congratulations. Send us a DM with your Top Shot name, and we will gift you in 7 days because of the gifting restriction.
All right, let's rip the Caruso.
Awesemo.
Caruso, Awesemo Jr. There it goes. Good luck, everyone.
They're slightly more athletic Awesemo.
It's close.
What are we getting?
Oh, I love these guys. However you decided to just come up with your YouTube name is Eric. I love that. Dave was in here earlier. Eric. Congrats, Eric. Love that.
Way to go,
congratulations. All right, I'm scrolling up to see if Eric is still around.
I feel like Eric was in here earlier.
There we go. Let's see Eric.
There's Eric. Not Poker Pro Eric, just Eric.
Yeah, that's true. I saw him in here too earlier.
Yeah, he says I won? Question mark.
There he is. Eric with a C. Shoot us a DM. Give us your Top Shot name, and heaven forbid we receive a whole bunch of DMs from people named Eric with a C.
Let's hope that doesn't happen.
Dave said, well, it's my name. What can I say?
I am an Eric. You're right too, Poker Pro Eric. Okay. What do we still have? What do we want to do? I know we still got some gifts. I still got the Jokic.
Yeah, how do we want to do this?
The Seeing Stars. Let's talk some Zed first, and then we'll do some more giveaways.
Let's do that. Let's make the people here think about some Zed. All right, let me go ahead. I'm going to share my screen, and we're just going to talk through what we've got coming up. So, Zed Run, digital horses. For the people that are interested in this, producer Cupe has himself a stallion of a horse. Justin's got himself 4 electric violet purple horses. I've got an electric violet purple horse. Me and Justin, they don't race well, but they look pretty. Producer Coops is just an absolute thoroughbred. And so we'll run through this quickly for those that are interested. So tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern time, there's going to be a series of 4 Zed Run drops. And so how this works is that every 15 minutes, there will be a series of emails that get sent out to people. In the last drop, you were able to just share the link to anyone, and anyone that clicked the link was able to access it. It sounds like they've made an improvement on it this time around, where only the people that are stable owners within those links will actually be able to access and purchase off of the marketplace. So you will only be able to access for your individual link. And the other thing is that the first wave is going to be exclusively for users who missed out on their link during the original Terra drop. So I think they had some sort of technical difficulties where there were people that never ended up getting an email. Those people will be defaulted into the very first wave. And then the final change is that for the first 10 minutes of the 15-minute drop, you can only purchase 1 horse. So in the past, people were able to go in and buy 3, 4, 5 horses at a time. For the first 10 minutes, you can only get one. I think obviously the idea behind this is that trying to get as many individual users to get the opportunity to get a horse as possible, rather than a smaller group scooping up a bunch of them. And I think that's pretty much the summary. And then in terms of the prices, so the prices are going to remain the same as they were last time relative to US dollars. I've got some data here from our friend Remy Racing on Twitter. These were the prices as of the last wave. So I believe that's, even if they're not exact, that's kind of the range that I believe we're looking at for prices tomorrow.
I have one question. Well, actually, I have a bunch, but for this one, they said the prices will be the same as the previous drop, correct?
Yeah, they confirmed US dollars, not ETH.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to ask.
That was confirmed. Yeah, because the price of ETH is substantially different than it was before.
So
they price adjusted to standardize by the US dollar price. And then my understanding is that basically how it works is that the price locks on US dollars for all the drops. But like obviously by the fourth wave, so that when you
the ETH might change.
So the value of the ETH might change, but they're trying to base it off of USD.
Makes sense. Okay, one more thing. This is just a little tip. A birdie said this. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know if it's ethical we're giving it out, but I read this on the internet, so I think it's fair for me to just tell you what I read. Because you can only buy one horse in the first 10 minutes, theoretically, you may want to try, after you get your horse, change your clock, your internal clock on your computer, and move it up 10 minutes and see if that helps. I have no idea if it will or not, but someone said that it might. And I'm going to relay that because I at least thought that was pretty funny. And it might work.
People will come up with all kinds of stuff to try and skirt the system.
There's no way that works. It's got to be a central database where it's just saying like, okay, this account already purchased one, won't allow for it to purchase a second. But like also, Zed Run has had some
they've had some finicky stuff,
technical things in the past too. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to put it at like a 5% chance. But like from an purely research stance, I will probably try it just so then I can provide that information to the community for the future, of course.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
I love this. Also, Eric goes, also a life hack if you want your kids to go to bed earlier.
That's sharp. That's very sharp right there. And then I'll just add, I pulled this from the original setup, run through it super quickly, and you can actually go back to one of the old podcasts. I walk through it in more details. But in order to make a purchase on Zed, you need to have the WETH, the wrapped ETH. And so when you sign up for a Zed account, you want to sign up using your MetaMask, and then afterwards you want to link your email address. You then want to make sure that your MetaMask wallet is loaded up with the ETH. You then transfer the ETH to WETH within the Zed wallet, and then you can then use that WETH to purchase. So in the top right, you need to see a WETH balance in order to make that purchase. So as you can see kind of highlighted in the top right there, if that number says 0, then you will not be able to make any purchases. The ETH balance cannot be used to actually secure those. And then, of course, after the drop happens, horses can be bought and sold on the secondary marketplace, OpenSea or Matic.OpenSea.
And you have to convert from ETH to WETH in the Zed Run app.
Yes, you can't do that in MetaMask.
If you do it beforehand, then
you made that mistake, right?
Oh my God, it was horrible. So I went from ETH to WETH and I spent gas on that. And I realized I can't convert WETH into Zed. So I had to go from WETH back to ETH and I spent gas on that. Then I went from ETH to ETH into Zed Run for free. So that was good. But then I had to convert from ETH to WETH in Zed Run. So I paid gas on that. So I paid 3x the gas. And that made me unhappy.
Yeah, you don't want to be paying those gas fees. So yeah, make sure you go through all of those steps. And if anyone has any questions, you guys can definitely just reach out to me on Twitter. I'm happy to help people. I spent a lot of time during the last drop making sure that I understand the process so that I can help people that are interested. And, you know, I know some of the folks in the chat aren't super into Zed. We apologize, but we have some people that are. And, you know, I think that there's not honestly a lot of super simple information out there about this kind of stuff. And like I said, we just try to break it down in like very practical terms. Like the steps that you need to take, the things that you need to do. And it's fun, man.
It is fun. It is entertainment. I would not advocate. I think there is minimal opportunity to make like significant, substantial money in this. I say minimal because I do think like there are probably a very small amount of people who are willing to invest a lot, both from financial and time, that will. But I think for the majority of people, 95% or so, I guess, yeah, you can buy one and you can flip it and make like small profit there. But overall, across the ecosystem, I think it's more of a, hey, this is going to be really entertaining. It's like playing a game, and there's some small aspects of profitability potential as well as you're playing the game.
Yep. Josh says we lost 20 viewers during the Zed talk. Hey, that's great for all of you. Less people that can win the next giveaways. So we did you all a favor. I can talk about Zed more. No, I'm just kidding. All right. I see you guys have been chatting in the background here.
That's fine.
How are we feeling?
We're loaded up.
Cupe is making sure that we are getting, because we saw some final retweets came in during the show. So we want to make sure that we do include everyone on that. What I will do is I will rip a pack from mine, because what I'm going to do is gift probably 2 of those moments. And the way that we will gift those moments are for people who, after they watch this, when we have it no longer, not live anymore, if you put a comment on YouTube and you put your Top Shot username, if you put a something on Apple Podcasts, if you put like a review or whatever, include your Top Shot username, that's who is going to get these moments that I'm going to rip. Now, for people who are watching, you can still qualify as well, but it'll be after the show's done. Just go to either Apple or the YouTube and just put a comment with your Top Shot username. But as I said, we got a lot of feedback from a lot of people who don't have the opportunity to watch live, but still want to get a chance to win. And so we want to make it fair for them as well. Also, those algorithms or something. Yeah.
It's a win-win, people helping people.
All right. I'm going to open my account. Let's see.
The chat is getting a lot sharper. Typically, when we say that, it's just like a million Top Shot usernames. But this chat is all very sharp. They're all going to put their Top Shot username in the comments after the show and get entered into the wheel.
Okay. Are we able to see this? How are we looking?
Playoff pack. You guys reserve your playoff packs today?
I did it
any day over the last couple of days.
Yeah.
When do those get distributed out? Do we know?
I think Friday.
Those are gonna be cool. I'm like pumped to see those.
So my latest theory, and this is just a pure guess, but we were just talking about this. So Alan put out a tweet yesterday
about the challenge, right?
That said, if you like Commons challenges, and I'm paraphrasing, but if you like Commons challenges, I hope you signed up for the playoff packs, some form of a tease going forward. We also know that there's going to be that finals showcase challenge that Moment Nerd uncovered and tipped us off on. And my optimistic view and maybe guess and hope, I'd say, is that they're going, I don't know about hope, but definitely I believe that there's a chance they do this, and I think it'd be really cool, is if they did that showcase challenge, but it was only with these playoff moments. I think that'd be really interesting. It would make them high in demand and adds, of course, that level of DFS fun showcase aspect that we talked about.
That doesn't help all those Kyries and Hardens.
It does not. But again, I don't know. And maybe you need, who knows? Maybe you need one, maybe multiple.
I'm going to leave a comment in the YouTube and complain about the advice that I get from Own the Moment.
There was no financial advice.
You guys don't know what you're talking about.
There was no financial advice.
DYOR, bro. DYOR, please.
I feel it. Hey, they're good moments, though.
Okay.
And if I recall correctly, Kyrie won the underdog pick'em last week. So, all right.
By 1% over Cupe.
By 1%. Goose
Yeah,
egg.
can't be mad about 50%.
Producer the goose egg Cupe.
Okay, so we'll pop these open. 2 of these. I'm gonna say 2. No matter what, even if I pull 2 jersey numbers, even if I pull 2 Michael Jordan like moments, I'm gifting 2 of these to the afterwards. So let's open these up.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
All right, give me a number, Cupe.
3.
Number 3779. That's a triple. Oh my gosh, we got a LeBron. What did I just guarantee myself I need to do? Oh wow. That's a 777 LeBron.
No way. Let's go.
Oh my golly.
Let's go. Is this the first time we've ever opened a LeBron on stream? I feel like it is.
I think it's the first time I've ever opened LeBron in a pack.
I don't think I've ever opened. Wow. Let's go.
Wow.
That's hype.
Yeah. Chat, lucky you all.
Don't worry, Chad. I'll make sure I turn his arm that we're going to give away that LeBron.
Numbers with the 777 in the middle. That's just lucky. And then if you go 9-3, that's his New Jersey number.
9. We're going 9 minus 3.
Cupe, give me a number 1 or 2. You're hot.
Deuce.
Backwards. You got a 36968 Van Vliet. Oh, don't tell the over Zed. He ain't gonna be happy. Oh, just so cash. Just so cash. All right, finishing strong. Can we get the double LeBron for the double jersey number OTM? Let's go. Let's go. We've got 39842. That is quite high. Ooh, Donovan Mitchell.
Nice pack.
Yeah, without a doubt.
How many did he have last night? He had like 30 in the first
40
in the
plus.
second half.
40 plus.
That's
yeah,
a
30,
sick block too. Like he got hang time there and just
flying around. Oh, well, that is a hell of a pack.
That's a fantastic pack.
I'm gonna keep my first ever LeBron that I pulled, just because 9-3 is 6. But Donovan Mitchell.
Was this your rebound pack?
Yes, it was.
Okay, so the people that are like rebound packs suck. I mean, that's just. They can be good.
They can be good. Yeah, that's what I would go with because hey, like yes, they're all.
Yeah, sure. Sometimes
40K.
they can be bad, but I mean, that's a sweet pack.
I love it, and I was actually looking at buying some Donovan Mitchell last night, and he ain't cheap, but I think like what Jazz go to the finals, and people actually see that like Donovan Mitchell. I mean, Utah basically thinks he's like their Michael Jordan. And I don't know, someone put a tweet out and they're like, yeah, Utah thinks that and the rest of the country doesn't even know who he is. Might have been Davis Maddock. I don't know. I'm ashamed of that. But I think it's fair. Like, not that he's Michael Jordan, but just like very few people, I feel like outside of hardcore NBA fans in Utah, like really know Mitchell's potential. Because you got the Booker, you got the Trey, like the young guys, but okay. Congratulations. We will see. So in order to qualify for the Donovan Mitchell, for the Fred VanVleet, after this show, put a comment in the YouTube chats with your username, put something in the Apple Podcast reviews with your Top Shot username, and we will spin that wheel, let's say next Wednesday maybe, because that'll be 7 days and I can gift, so something like that.
Yeah, perfect.
Right.
Love it.
Let me stop sharing. Coop, how are we looking at the wheel for the Bradley Beal?
We're rolling. We got 113 retweets for the Bradley Beal.
And so this is going to be we got two things here. We're going to have the music off. I don't know if it's still going, but I've got it off. Sorry.
We got one music off, one music on.
Okay, Nikola Jokic and Bradley Beal. The Bradley Beal is a seeing star. A bit more context here is that a few different Top Shot accounts decided to do a kind of playoff challenge where each person or each Twitter account was assigned to an NBA team. We got the Sixers. I think it was generously given because of TJ's fandom. And each time they win around, we receive a moment of somewhere around like $20 or so or value from the person who lost. And then we gift that to our community. And so if the Sixers lose, then we will gift that moment, which I haven't even decided what it is, because depending on how far we go, we'll decide how nice of a moment I might end up going if we lose in the conference finals, actual finals. We'll see. But that's that. So Bradley Beal, seeing star, courtesy of I believe it's Joe Swam.
So I did see in the chat really quick, like, how do I enter this giveaway? Yeah, I mean, if you're not following us on Twitter, make sure you're following us on Twitter. Tons of tweets about, retweet this or follow us or do that. So you'll see a lot of giveaways. We do it that way, or we kind of live in the chat. Like I said, that's how we've been doing it lately. So just so the chat's aware of how they're winning this. This is for people who retweeted the tweet earlier today, probably around like 2 p.m. or something like that. Yeah. So good luck for everyone who did that, and here we go.
Let's do it.
Spin that wheel. Yeah, Rehab, I see you trying to find your name. Good luck. Slowing down. Bounce Pinoy.
Bounce Pinoy. All right.
Okay, and so we will make note of that. You do not have to be here live for these because we understand that some people can't make it live. And then Cupe, we're gonna do one more. This one will be for the Jokic MVP.
Oh, sorry, hit the wrong button there.
The Joker, man.
Control Shift T that.
MVP.
There we go. Yeah, I see Bot Pinoy. Okay. I'm putting in exclamation point Jokic. That's how I'm going to hopefully have a chance at winning this. So as I've said, this is the moment that I've been stacking over the past few weeks because I do think they will eventually come out with some MVP badges, and this is as cheap. But Brandon_Kaiser1, congratulations.
I think I saw Brandon Kaiser in the chat earlier, and also incredibly, this was one space away from our guy, Sergeant Stogie.
No way.
No.
Yes. Look at where it is. Sergeant Stogie, 89, one space away.
Sergeant Stogie just runs so hot.
Yeah.
So close.
I think the one above TJ, is that your friend, Ophir Niv? I don't know. He gave you a shout out today. So congratulations on Twitter.
I did see that.
Cool. Okay.
Shout out to the community.
Yes, love it. That's a lot. We got the Bradley Beal, we got a Jokic, we've got the Caruso, we've got the Anthony, we've got Fred VanVleet, we've got Donovan Mitchell. This was just a giveaway show. We really must have been struggling with content for this one, TJ.
We just wanted to give back to the people, It's been a good week for us here. Want to share the love, have some fun with the lovely community here. Thanks to everyone for being so engaged in the chat. Had a good time tonight, and I'm sure we'll come back with some strong content next week. And I'll be back on the recap podcast this Friday. Probably going to talk a little heavier OTM type stuff. So for anyone that's maybe interested in that, I'll obviously recap the key themes in Top Shot, but also just want to talk a little bit about what we've got going on at Own the Moment and some of our future plans, as much to the extent that we can share.
And we may have an emergency podcast tomorrow, but that's all we can say. We don't know. We may have an emergency podcast. Sure. If we do, you'll know. If we don't, then it just won't happen. But we'll see.
Well said. If we do it, you will know. That's a good point.
Chat. I'm going to learn about this emergency podcast when you learn about this. It's going to be a lot of fun.
That's fair. I've got one more thing. I'm going to keep spreading the love. So I'm going to put right now, if anybody in here is not actually in our Discord, we're going to do some fast passes. That's not the short link. Whatever. I think it's the same one. If not, maybe I just gave him access to our treasure chest. There is the link. If you were not in the Discord, but you would like to be, fill out that wait list. Anyone that fills it out in the next, I'm going to say tonight, I'll probably even include maybe tomorrow, depending on how many we get for the people that are watching later. But we will give fast passes to those people to join the Discord, join the Mission Control Center. May need to ask MCC at this emergency pod meeting. I don't know. We may tell MCC. This might be something we can't even tell the Mission Control Center. We shall see, Steve. But there's some excitement. So yes, if you're interested in joining the OTM community, Mission Control Center, fill this wait list. Normally it takes 2 to 3 weeks, but we're going to give out some fast passes. I'll commit to definitely fast passes for anyone who fills it out in the next hour. And then tomorrow, depending on how many we actually totally get, we'll gift some as well to people who are watching later.
Sounds like a plan.
I like this. I'll give a little context here. Corey, that's what's Jack Settleman's burner account. I don't think he's a burner. I think he's just a lurker. Because on Top Shot last night, he mentioned he was reading the OTM Discord, and that's how he found out about some of the lurking. So if you all want to go and give Jack a little, just give him a little lurk. Just say, thanks for lurking, Jack.
Love it.
MCC has been completely fire lately too. Like all channels
always
just been
fire.
popping.
It's always insane. I can't even keep up, man. I can't.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up. It's hard to keep up, but it's been
a lot of knowledge
awesome.
going on there.
Bringing the heat
Definitely.
over there.
Emergency pod is not about girl dad. It is not about that.
Nope. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us tonight. We're going to go ahead, close things off, and we'll talk to you shortly. So on behalf of Justin, on behalf of producer Cupe, I am TJ Lacey, and we will see you guys next time.